I started off singing in the church, really, you know, with my mom and dad. Yeah. And then I continued. I was inspired by a singer called Bill Jenkins. He was the first recording artist I knew as a youth, you know, that I could speak to, you know. Bill Jenkins was his name. And I always said to myself, you know, I'd love to, you know, be a recording artist and like, you know, you have some records. And then I continued on, you know, till my dad got sick, got a stroke, and I went to live with my sister in Kingston. And I started visiting some recording studios to play some of my songs, you know. And I got accepted by Joe Gibbs and Derrick Harriott. So I ended up start doing my first album with Derrick Harriott, you know. That was 77. I was still in high school when I started the album. Because I did Malcolm X when I was in high school, you know, 75. I graduated 76 from high school. And I brought Bubla Franklin Wall for the session. Because we were in high school together. We were in the same high school. But I was going to studio before him, you know, on a professional level. But we used to work out songs with him in school on the piano, in the school auditorium, you know. So I always tell him, I told him, I said, Bubla, you know, you're playing better than the guys in the studio. And he was saying, oh, you stupid Winston. I said, no, you've never been to the studio. I've been to the studio, so I'm telling you, I think you're better than the guys in the studio. So I brought him to do the Malcolm X 1975. And his life changed since that day. Everything changed for him. Yeah, because he was like ahead of his time. He was a genius. Yeah, from that time.
Going back to Derrick Harriott, how did you cross paths with him?
He has a record shop, and I went there just to audition, just play some of my songs to see if he'd be interested to, you know, and he loved the vibes, you know. We started working. So up until today, he's still my dad, you know? Yeah, man, he's a good person, you know. That's what it's all about. He's a good person.
Yeah.
You know? And that's very important.
Now with the album Pick Hits to Click, how did the idea come about of doing like a medley like that?
No, it was really my idea, you know. You know? Toots, I love Toots. You know? So at the time I wanted to do something, you know, so I said, I wanted to try to do this medley of songs, you know. You know, and that's how it came out, you know. The guys, Tommy Cook and them from the band, they arranged and gave some ideas concerning the arrangement of the song, like to have this refrain playing with it in between each songs, you know. That was their idea. Which Sly before it was Sly and Robbie. It was Revolutionaries.
That was the Tamlins doing the backing vocals, right?
Yeah.
We now move to Tommy Cowan.
Yeah.
When you did the What the Man I Deal With album.
Well, to be honest with you, I did nothing with Tommy Cowan. Yeah, it was Inner Circle, Tota, and Ian, the bass player from Inner Circle. So they contacted me one day and said they wanted to do something to help the younger youths, you know. So I said, yeah. So I auditioned some songs for them, you know. And then they chose the songs they wanted to work with. And then we went and we did the album. We did the album in 2 days. The musicians is pure sniper musicians on the session. No, I'm telling you. It's wicked. Channel 1, we did the album, you know, where the man I deal with. Yeah, it was Tota Harvey, Charles Farquharson, Sly Dunbar, Calvin McKenzie. He was the drummer for Inner Circle, a fantastic drummer. He lost one of his foot, you know. Tyrone Taylor was there too. He sang on one of the songs, I would like to know where the man of the way. Tyrone Taylor, but Tamlins did most of the backing vocals. But it was a magnificent session, man. You know? Magic, full studio, you know? Guys, we're recording it was 16 track. I don't remember if it was 16 or 4 track. Yeah, full studio musicians, man. You know, one tape. Book. Yeah, no joke.
Now I would like to ask you about this album. I'd love to know the story about Skeng Don.
Skeng Don is one of the nicest person I've ever met. Big art. So, I met Skeng Don. I was doing, I went to France and I got advance for an album, yeah? And I came back to Jamaica and I did a video clip for one song. I do love you. Tupu, tupu. It's me and a dancer, but this girl is one of the best creative dancer ever come out of Jamaica. Her name is Patsy Ricketts. But if you see that video clip, it's me and she do. She's a woman. It's just me and she in the clip, you know, dancing on a beach, and it's mad. Yeah, but anyway, I did this video clip, and this guy is a Rasta man. He was living in America, and he came back to Jamaica. Very good video guy, you know. His name is Big Daddy. He was like the first real video guy in Jamaica doing video for, you know, reggae. But he used to help me all along with a little money, you know, because life was really hard, you know. The music wasn't really, you know, we weren't getting any money from the business. We weren't making any hits at the time or anything like that. So he used to help me all along with some money, Leo Reggio, and we did this clip. He helped me to do the clip, you know. And then one day I was standing in half a tree, and a guy came to me with a number and said, yo, Skeng Don said you must call him, because we were hearing about Skeng Don, but we don't know this guy. You know, he's doing a lot of things for Tennyson and Nicodemus and Super Cat, and, you know, yeah, a lot of good things doing for the guys, and, you know, give them a sound system to stir Mars, and, you know, many great things, positive things. So I was there, and this guy just came with this number and said, I must call this man. So I was surprised to say, why this man called me, and I don't know what reason, or, you know. But then when I called the number, he said, Winston, this is you? I said, yes. He said, I saw a video clip. So that's when I realized that my friend, he sent the video clip to America to see if he could get some business from the man for him to record his sound system in Jamaica. And no, you know. So he sent the video clip to this big man. And the guy who brought the video to America, when he saw the video inside, he said, who is this? You know this singer? And the guy said, no, I know him. It's Winston McAnuff. So the big man in America loved what he saw. So he said when I called him, he said, come up and check me. So I went to America. So then when I went to America to see Skeng Don, when I went there, it was Inner Circle working with Skeng Don. And I did an album 10 years before with Inner Circle. So when Inner Circle saw me come, they told the big man that, hey, big man, you have to do an album with Winston. Not one single. Not a single, album. So that's how that album came about.
All right.
See, Inner Circle made the album, you know. They're playing the album, you know.
Yeah, what happened after the Electric Dread album? Because there was, you know, quite a gap between your releases over the years.
Yeah, because I refuse to work for certain people, you know. Yeah, after Derrick, I was like, you know, too exposed, you know. So I started producing my album, the one that, you know, the album that started, Makasound. You know, I was producing underground. But still I was doing some recording, you know, but not on a big level. And then 20 years after that, I got a deal for the album. Some guys want to start a company. I gave them the first album, Diary of the Silent Years. I licensed all of those.
Oh, so you own Pickets to Click as well, yeah?
No, but I licensed it. Because I was doing a license for it. And I told the guys, listen, I want a half of the money. And then when they called Derrick, Derrick said, no, he wants all the money. So I told the guys, no, I'm going to take all the money. So I take all the money. So I got game here. So I take all the money from the license. Yeah, because when you want to play me out of the thing. But I love all the guys still in the but you know, sometimes you have to put your foot down.